All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are live. Guardian 615. Our boy Mitch, he's in LA, right?
Yeah, Mitch is in LA right now, so he's
So he
doing
will
what he
not
do
be
best
attending, but sure he's having fun in LA.
for sure.
Speaking of trips, the Phoenix trip is officially underway.
I just got about my what's it called, man, and then we'll be straight. I'm really trying. You know what I'm looking for? You know what I'm doing?
What?
Trying to get I'm trying to get my mom to book it because she got more points than me because she ain't going out of town anytime soon. So I'm trying to.
Are you talking about? Do you book through the Southwest app,
Yeah,
or do you always fly Southwest?
always,
Yeah, same. Oh, I got the app. I
bro.
got a good amount of. My mom has boku, but she travels because of her job. She travels a lot,
Yeah,
so she
you
has
know what you
buku
know what you need
points.
to do, bro. One of my managers that I work with, he switched out his credit card with like regions or whatever, and he just got a credit card with Southwest, and
Just
like he
for
just
flying.
just for flying, but like he uses it for like business and everything. So if he goes out like on a client lunch or something, he's like, all right, just use this because he gets reimbursed, but he also gets points like
Yeah,
to
point. So it's almost like he gets money for it.
he gets money basic like he gets damn near he gets free flights if you
Yeah,
really look at it.
yeah,
Like
for sure. Yeah, I thought about doing that, but I don't know what I'm waiting on because I could, and it would be clutch because then I could just because I don't fly that often, so it'd actually be clutch to get it, and then
uh-huh.
instead of paying 400 up front for a ticket, I can just pay the 400 and then just pay a little here, pay a little there, pay it off a little bit here and there instead of upfront 400.
Yeah, and the thing about it too, like he was showing me this thing that was like, because he actually like showed me like how many points he got and everything. He literally went on the app, started like kind of just messing around, bro. He had so much points, he could literally buy 8 round trips to anywhere.
A lot of points.
It's a shit ton of points, and you got to think about it. Like he's an account manager, so like he's obviously meeting people, going out to client lunches and everything, at least like 2 times a week or something like
So
that.
does he can use that? He can use the Southwest credit card anywhere, and then
Yeah,
it converts into points when you use it.
yeah, because it's a Visa. It's not.
Oh, I
It's a
thought it was like one of those. Like I got a Walmart gift card, but I can only it's a master. It's a Capital One Mastercard, but you can only use it at Walmart.
yeah,
So, but you can use it anywhere. It's
yeah. You can
just
use it anywhere.
that's kind of lit.
Like you can gas, food, pay bills, like whatever, really whatever you want, bro. To be honest,
Oh, you get a ton of points.
hell yeah.
But yeah, it's official. So that's exciting. And it's funny because anytime I'm planning a trip, it's not official till I buy that ticket.
You
Because a
say
lot of
what? It's not official until you buy it.
yeah,
You
because
said,
you know how many because I've planned a lot of trips to go somewhere by myself because I can kind of afford it, sort of. Like if I save up enough over time, I can afford it. And I ain't got no girlfriend. I ain't got no like relationship responsibility. Besides school, I don't have any like relationship responsibility besides my dog. But I can just go on Rover. It's an app. You can go on Rover and somebody will watch for a weekend. So
yeah,
I'm like, I might start traveling by myself just to like go see cities because I want to eventually visit every state at some point. So like I was like, yeah, let me look at these tickets. I'm okay. I'm up because I was gonna plan a trip to LA last year,
uh huh,
before COVID, right before COVID. I was like, I'm gonna plan a trip to LA, like 10 months down the road. I was gonna start planning it though, save up for it, whatever. But I'm the type of guy where I'm gonna plan the trip, but if I don't buy the ticket, it's
you
probably
ain't
not
go.
gonna happen.
You ain't
It's
going.
not happening. So like that's why when you talk about the going to Phoenix, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna go, but knowing me, I was like, if I buy the ticket, I'm going because I'm the type of guy where if I buy it, like
You
I
got
spent the
like
money
you
on it,
gotta
yeah,
go.
I'm going. So in my head, I'm like, just bro, buy the ticket because earlier last week, because remember I was gonna buy it. What was my calendar? Because remember I told you I was gonna buy it like the 23rd when I came back.
Yeah,
And then I was like, I'm gonna buy it the first. I was kind of already bullshit.
yeah.
So then on the 30th or 31st, I was like, I might wait another week. I was like, nah, bro, let me go ahead and buy it. Let me
Just
go ahead and
go ahead
buy
and
it.
get it, bro. Just go
Yeah.
ahead and get it.
And I got it, and I lucked out. I went ahead and bought it because it was $99. I was like, oh, bet, I can do that.
Yeah,
Easy money. And it's an early morning flight, which if I fly, I prefer early morning flights when I'm going
And
somewhere.
you know what else is another thing? I don't know if this is true, but my manager, he puts me on a lot of shit, bro. He told me, he was like, the best times to fly where the flights are cheaper is like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because a lot of people fly out, like business people fly out on Monday, right? And they usually
Yeah,
fly back in on Friday.
right.
So he's like, if you want a cheaper ticket, try to. He was like,
When people aren't really flying like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm hoping the flight is, bro. My favorite flight is like an early morning flight. Because what I do is the night before I'll stay up.
so you can sleep.
So when I get on the plane, I kid you not, here's my routine. First of all, my ideal flight is an early morning flight, and then they take, oh, we got a pretty full flight, so make sure you grab your seats, and you're gonna have to sit. They're saying like we're gonna have to sit next to people, or they'll be like, we only got 50 out of 126, so everybody should definitely have their own row type shit. My favorite flight is an empty flight early morning. Here's my routine. I usually book my flights early enough. I'm with like the A boarding group. So I'm usually on the plane first or early. I go all the way to the back and I sit at that row that has the there's no seats behind it. It's the very back. So it's against basically like the bathroom. I sit there because I don't like people sitting behind me. I had sat in like a row where I remember one time I sat somewhere and it wasn't the back, and like people were fucking with my chair and shit. I don't like that. So I just go all the way to the back so nobody sits behind me. And then as soon as I get on the plane, I piss because I hate having to get up to piss, especially if I'm in the window seat. I hate trying to, go through people and then walk. So I piss. As soon as I get on there, I piss. I sit down, wait till people get on. I put on my music. I kid you not. Once this plane starts moving, I always get on the inside. I put my head against the window. I'll close it. I close my eyes. I stay awake to make sure the plane is in the air. Once I feel that back tire come off, I'm out in 5 minutes. I'm out in 5 minutes. And then I don't wake up till damn near we land, or unless we get some like crazy turbulence. I sleep straight through.
How? Like, I don't know how you.
I sleep straight through the whole flight because the flight's 2.5 hours. I'll sleep all the way through because I'll probably stay up till my flight's at 7:30 in the morning, or it's at 7 in the morning. So I'll get up at 5 and I'll leave here around 5:30. So I'll probably stay up till midnight, 1 a.m. I'll probably get 4 hours of sleep, and then I'll sleep the 2.5 hours on the plane.
Is yours a straight flight?
Straight flight, $99 nonstop.
Jeez.
Fantastic. And then I was looking on the tickets to come back. I think the one I'm gonna get, it was only like 140. So
that's not that.
No, it's not bad. It was a 140 for nonstop. I was like, yeah, I can do that. It's crazy. The nonstops are the cheapest tickets. It's the ones that you stopping is the ones that cost the most.
Yeah, that is true.
But they're midday, so they're like ideal travel times. The cheap one way, they're either super early in the morning or they're super late at night.
That's true. That is true, my friend.
But yeah, man, I'm saving up for that. I'm almost 100% sure I'm getting that tat on the thigh, so I'm saving up for that. I'm almost tempted to get it before November. So I damn near want it like next week type shit.
Huh.
But I'm saving up. It'd be cool to do it there. And if not, if I don't do it there, I can always there's a tattoo place like around the corner. So if I don't get it in Phoenix, I can just get it here. It's not that big of a deal.
I feel that.
Bro. All right. We gotta talk about, me and my buddies have been talking. It's probably the wildest thing that has happened in our lifetime. So you've seen the reports on Bishop Sycamore, right? Please tell me you heard of this.
No. Please.
Bro, there is a fake high school.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, that conned their way into being on national TV on ESPN. It is the wildest. So do you know the backstory at all? Like I'm balls deep into like, I went into a rabbit hole like trying to figure out like what happened. Do you know the details?
Only thing that I know is that like basically these were not high school kids at all, bro. These were
No,
like grown ass men.
yeah, okay.
These are
So
grown like, and we're not talking about like barely like 18 or 19. We're talking about like 20s, like
yeah,
30s, like like people that got like long records.
all right. So look, here's what happened. So I read an article where there was a guy that attended. There was this high schooler that attended the school in 2018, and he basically they interviewed him, and he would talk. He would just say what went on. So here's the thing: it used to be an actual high school, but it was called it's called like COF or something like that, something weird like that, and the school shut down in 2018. So it was a school at one point, but they shut down in 2018, right? So from 2018 to now, they've been a fake high school playing games and seasons and stuff for the past 3 years. So the dude that they interviewed was like, he was the first guy they recruited to go to the high school. So I guess they're pretending to be private or whatever. So, there were guys already there, but they recruited this high school. He was an actual high school. He was going to his junior year. So the dude was legit because he was at an Adidas All-American camp, which like you got to be top notch. So they don't just let anybody go to All-American camp. So like we're talking about a legit guy. That's where they saw him. He's like, they came up to me, they showed me pamphlets and flyers of the school, yada yada yada.
They sold the hell out of the school.
Yeah, and so they told him like they had contracts with Netflix. They're gonna get a show on Netflix, kind of like the Last Chance U. They were trying to be like, oh, we're gonna be on some Last Chance U shit. We're gonna get a show on Netflix. Other show, yeah, right there. There you go. Yeah. Your Gatorade?
No, it's my Gatorade. That's an empty one.
I'm tripping. Okay. Anyway.
No, I'm tripping.
So they come to him like that, and dude's like, oh, we're gonna be on Netflix. Oh, bet, So he's like, all right, I'm gonna go. So he transfers there. He gets there. There's no housing, right? So him and the team are living in a hotel, but they're all sleeping on the floor. I don't know how many rooms they had, but there's just dudes sleeping on the floor, right? And so like they're practicing, yada yada yada. And he was saying like they're practicing at like a nice facility and all this stuff, but they weren't going to class. They weren't going to school because they show up, they're going to practice, but the coaches, they're not saying anything about school. So to him, he's like, oh, bet I'm gonna just ball, and then I'm just trying to go to college. He was trying to play to get a scholarship, right? And so the head coach, the guy that had a warrant for his arrest, he was writing fraudulent checks. So the reason why they had stuff at first is because he was writing checks to the hotel. He was writing a check for the equipment. He was writing a check for food. But checks, which I don't know why people still take checks in form of payment. You don't know if it's a good check till 3 days later because they take a minute to process. So by the time, he pays for, let's say he caters food or whatever, it's too late. It's 3 days. He's gone.
Yeah.
And so eventually everything started bouncing. So he was like, we had 20 coaches, a coach for each position and like special teams. But halfway through, they only had like 2 coaches because all the other coaches realized, oh, these checks are fake. I haven't gotten paid a penny. They all dipped.
Yeah.
But the kids, they can't go nowhere. Because this dude he went to a different state to go to the school.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's 15. He up and left his mom's place because his mom thought she was sending him to this renowned football school so he has a chance to go to college. So he just up and he's a kid on his own, basically. They can't go nowhere. The coaches, gone. And so they at one point he was like, we ain't had no food because all the checks bounced. They started robbing Walmarts.
Yeah.
Like grocery stores to eat, which you can't blame them. You gotta eat. I'm not encouraging or trying to make an excuse, but when you gotta eat.
When times is tough, you gotta make
right.
it.
I mean, you gotta eat. Bro, he was like, they were playing 2 games in 3 days, all the yada yada yada. And then he was basically, there was some more stuff where he was saying like there's so much like a lot of guys didn't get along. There's one time somebody almost got stabbed. Like it was a big fight because there's nobody mediating. It's just there's no RAs, there's no coaches, there's no adult figure to keep people in line. It's just teenagers. Well,
it's basically
high
like
schooler,
college damn near. They're on their own.
Right. With no supervision at all. So he's like, it did like a lot of things in your own. And then he ended up going back to his high school after that year. Once he figured out his shit was fake, he went back to his high school he came from. He had to redo his junior year because he didn't take. He had to redo his junior year before his senior year started, so he could be eligible to play football his senior year. So he probably did summer school and did his whole junior year in 2 months.
And that shit was hectic.
Yeah, but fast forward to now, somehow somebody contacted ESPN because here's the problem. Because me and my buddies have been thinking about this because there's so much that goes to it than just them conning their way into a televised game. So IMG knew they were playing Bishop Sycamore, right? Bishop Sycamore. It was a fake team, but they were on the schedule. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the schedules are made pretty well in advance of the season.
Yeah.
Like usually almost close to a year before the season starts.
Because it's national schedule.
Right. It's a national schedule. And usually when the season ends, maybe a couple months go by, and then you get the schedule for your next season. It comes, well ahead of time.
So you don't have, those are the people, like, when you're on national schedule, like, you have no, like, I guess you have some say-so, like, who you play, I guess, but, like, you're not the one that's doing the logistics for it. Like,
you talking about TV?
Yeah.
Well, no, they weren't on there first. That's what I'm talking about, straight record, because they weren't on. It wasn't supposed to be a televised game at first. So no, we're talking early before even all that's made. Bishop Sycamore's on the schedule. This is early. As soon as the schedules are made, they're playing Bishop Sycamore, right? Somehow this fake high school got scheduled for IMG. We're talking about the best high school in the country for the past umpteenth year, right?
Damn near college.
Right. That's problem number one. Red flag number one. That's like the first part. All right. So then somebody from Bishop Sycamore contacts ESPN, was like, yo, we got all these 4-star, 5-star prospects. We got all these guys that's going to these big name schools, and we're about to play IMG, which is everybody knows. Okay. It's like, dang, this might be a good game. So ESPN, all right, bet we're gonna get you a TV. Now, here's the funny part. ESPN goes to fact check these guys, right? So I don't know if they looked up Bishop Sycamore, but if you Google the address they put on their information, it's a house. Okay, it's a random ass house. And then they were like, ESPN, I remember watching some highlights. The commentators were the commentators of the game, or the announcers of the game, were like, Bishop Sycamore said they had all these prospects. We tried to fact check them, but we couldn't find anybody in our database. We're talking ESPN's database. ESPN's database in terms of high school football, that's probably the end all be all in all databases. That's pretty top notch, right? We're talking about ESPN.
Yeah.
It's like, they were like, we took their word for it, and so they scheduled for the TV game, because in ESPN's defense, it probably never registered into them that this might be a fake high school, just because
it's just a wild thing to say.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's unbelievable. If somebody at the time was like, yo, this might be a fake high school, you'd be like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's like, what do you mean a fake high school? Here's their information. What do you mean a fake high school? That doesn't even make sense. But it was. So so then they get on TV and they get destroyed, 58-0. Oh my gosh.
But my thing is,
the wildest thing ever, bro.
But my thing is just like, if I was in that situation, or ESPN, I would have been like, there's too many red flags. The address, the commits, and not the commits, but saying that you have a bunch of 4 stars and 5 stars.
Right. If you are a 4 or 5 star, you're registered.
Yeah.
Either an ESPN or 24/7's 24/7 Sports, something like the rankings.
Even if you're like a 2 or 3 star, you'll still be on there. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not 2 star, but yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
But 3 star, 3 stars, you're for sure on there. If you're committed to any Power 5 school, you can easily Google that and it'll pop up.
Yeah,
they have a database for all this, so it's not like they lied on something that's so facts checkable. They should have, I don't know. They should have looked up and be like, okay, there's no guy named John Doe committed to Bama. You know what I'm saying? It's like Bama, people know who's all committed to Bama. Not just some regular guy committed to Bama.
Mm-hmm.
But
my My thing though is like, how long did you say this started? Like 3 years ago, you
20,
said?
yeah,
How
2018.
the hell do you let that go on for that long? Especially with the bounce checks part. That's the thing that got me.
I don't
Because if I
know.
wrote a bounce check, if I wrote a bad check, they coming for my ass like next day.
Bro, there's so many like different ways because you
He had to put his I wonder if he put his real name. If he
well he could have got a checkbook from an account that's not tied to him. So yeah, somebody's writing bounce checks, but if it's not his checkbook, you can't find it. You know what I'm saying? Or if it
yeah.
was like a fake account or like an old account that doesn't exist anymore, something like that, you can't ever trace it to the guy that actually belongs to. Now, obviously, if it was his bank account, he was writing bounce check. Oh yeah, they got your information, they got your address because you can't fake that stuff when you open a bank account. You got to
Yeah.
show proof of residency and stuff for a lot for like major banks. So it
Yeah.
had to have been a fake checkbook to begin with. And then, like you said, for 3 years, I I don't know, but the biggest problem is, bro, there's a video of the pregame speech, bro, and this dude was like, "It's a stick up. If y'all not ready to kill, don't go out there." Like these dudes were legit hyped up to play this game. It's a fake. It's a fake team, bro. First of all, somebody got out there, tore their ACL. They got hurt. He was number 56. He's on four. Even the announcers were like, the guy that's hurt for Bishop Sycamore is number 56. We don't have a 56 in our roster. Like, we don't have a 56 in the depth chart they gave us, so we don't know who this is. It was so bad. The announcers at one point, I think they figured out something was up, and they were like, oh, this is like almost a safety issue. They should just hurry up and get this game over with, because at this point, you're just worried about these kids' safety. On both sides, because he was like, we have no idea who these people are. It was it's so funny that this
That they
happened.
got away with it.
If they did, first of all, whoever behind this mastermind, you got handed to them. They're masterminds. If their
Yeah.
goal was to get on national television with a fake high school, by God, they did it. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. The crazy part is, if their egos hadn't got so big and didn't go for that national TV sketch, they'd still be at the mission. They never got caught. They would have never got caught. Then Bishop Sycamore comes out talking about the head coach got fired. Who fired him?
Himself.
It's a fake school.
He fired himself because he
was there a fake AD that fired, athletic director that fired?
He fired himself because he knew after that game they probably caught on. He's like, ah, shit, I gotta go on the run. All these bounce checks gonna come back.
Oh, he's got to be arrested by now because he has a warrant. He has a warrant for his arrest. So like the fraud check thing is known. He has a warrant. They know who's doing it. They don't know where he's at. So his face was on national television. So everybody knows who he looks like now. There's no way he hasn't been arrested yet.
Bro, do you understand how many charges he's probably getting right now?
Probably just one. Well, them faking none of that's illegal. Well, there's probably some parts on the kids thing, but getting on ESPN as a fake school is not inherently illegal.
But I mean, like, you gotta think about it, bro. He's faking a high school, so he's like, what's the word I'm trying to look for? I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. But bro, like, he got several charges. I guarantee you he has
he'll probably only have one criminal charge with the fraudulent checks.
But that fraudulent check stuff that carries a lot.
Yeah, it's a felony for sure. Yeah, it's a class one.
It depends, and it depends the amount too.
Oh, it's been 3 years. It's probably a hefty amount of money that he's been frauding.
You think that shit might go federal?
It's automatically a federal just because it's a fake check. Because you're when you start messing with money, federal currency.
Yeah, you're right.
Now stealing's different, but fraudulent checks at a bank, oh no, that's a felony off rip. Like level one's a felony.
No, I know he got a felony, but I didn't know if it was on like the state or like the federal.
Oh no, and here's the other thing: they're traveling. He's probably writing bounce checks in different states, so it's for sure federal by then.
Oh yeah, Because once you cross them state lines,
Yeah, he's facing a lot of civil suits too. Because you got to think of obviously. So what I think happened. Here's my theories. So they were high school. They probably had a whatever football team. Probably sucked anyway. And the school gets shut down. Well, you got guys that love the game of football. They're like, well, shit, we can keep playing football. We still got they still probably had the infrastructure set up to keep scheduling games and just not tell them that our school no longer exists. So that's probably what happened the first year. So you got those guys that were seniors and they're like, well, shit, if it's a big school, we can come back and play next year. If guys that didn't have scholarships to go play college, they just keep coming back. Well, 3 years down the line, well, when you're 18 senior year, 3 years later, you're 21, 22, whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we get to this point. And then, okay, to keep the team going, so we don't have guys that are 25 playing at high school games, let's recruit young guys as if we have still that high school system. So you go out recruiting guys, and that's the guy that got interviewed or whatever. They were recruiting young guys to come in. So you got an influx of young guys, and you still got the same seniors that were 3 years ago seniors on the team. That's what I think how it got to this point.
Yeah, there's no way you just wake up with a master idea. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, there's no way they were like some dude woke up and was like, "Hey, let's make a fake high school."
Hey, now Finis. Now, if that was it, job well done.
Bravo.
Job well done, my
Bravo.
friend.
But hold up. Oh,
what?
Never mind. No, I thought I found some more details on the. Oh, right here. He took out a $100,000 loan. He took out a $100,000 loan. He's faced with a 2019 civil lawsuit filed by ARN Hospitality, which owes a Delaware hotel where the head coach believed to have housed 4 players from $81 a night during the fall of 2018. The ARN Hospitality says Johnson owes a balance of $110,685, where he housed for that one season, he housed the football players. Yeah, he doesn't have too bright. But here's my thing. Now, as a former high school and college football, but as a former high school football player, okay, they're obviously the guys that were seniors that year, that whatever, they're not in high school anymore. They're done, obviously. You know how low of a life you have to be in to do this shit? Calvin, you have to have absolutely not shit going on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Not Calvin, not shit. Calvin, let me ask you this. Let's say some guy, let's say Independence. God forbid, let's say Independence dissolves and they're no longer a school next year. And some dude that was playing basketball, let's say the coach at Indy was like, I still want this team, but let me get some older guys to come in and help me out. He called you up, like, Calvin, I want you to come play for Independence. The school doesn't exist anymore, but we can just fake your birth certificate, yada, yada. We'll just keep you clean shaven so you look younger. And we want you to be one of the captains of the Independence basketball team. And we're going to be traveling across, traveling different states, playing in tournaments. We're going to be playing. Calvin,
I'm going to look this dude dead in the eye. If it's face to face, I'm looking dead in the eye and be like, what the fuck are you on?
Calvin, you have shit to do. You have a life, right? Because let's be honest, they were practicing, right? So, I mean, time. Calvin, you have a job, right?
Got no time to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's the crazy thing about it though, bro, is that he got people that shouldn't even be in high school and did it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
here's the thing. That I think that part's the easiest part. Let's say with the whole Independence situation, right? Let's say the football team, Independence gets dissolved. Football team, that team, the players that are on the football team. If Coach Blade was like, "Hey, I know Independence doesn't exist anymore, but I'm still looking for some guys that want to stay, and I'm gonna still keep next year. I'm gonna still schedule us games, normal games. We'll play Ravenwood, Centennial, like that, yada yada." and we'll still come out here and play.
Mhm.
There just won't be independence. I promise you, a good amount of those guys would come back next year. Obviously, depend like the guys that don't have scholarships, they'll still be in town. The guys that either don't go to college or go to college, Lipscomb, Belmont, down the street, or guys that go to the Columbia State, that's not that bad of an inconvenience for them. Practice once a day, just make it out to practice, still play on Friday nights. That probably wouldn't be too hard. It's the guys that they recruited out of state or out of town to transfer to this fake high school. That's the part that's hard as shit. Because you gotta fake the school. You have to fake the infrastructure. You have to fake, because obviously with transferring to schools, academically we're this, and this. You gotta fake all of that. All of that.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that know it doesn't exist, that's easy. Because they know they just want a ball. Okay, cool. That's easy. Now, for 3 years, I don't know why. Maybe that next season after senior year, okay, I get it. You want to hoop, you didn't get it, you didn't go to college or you stayed in town, whatever your situation. I get you wanted to hoop still. Okay, cool. 3 years down the road, all right, man. Like,
what you doing?
Yeah, what you doing, bro? You have to fake infrastructure. Because the guy they interviewed, he said they sent them books and blueprints of the building and shit. It's like, who sends the blueprint of a high school? Because they were trying to cover their tracks to be like, oh, we're a real. They were overcompensating. Oh, we're a real high school. Because most people don't question if a high school is real, but they're overcompensating. Like, oh, here's the blueprint to our building. It's like, oh, well, this must be a real high school. Here's the blueprint. Come on now.
My thing is too is like they gave a fake address to a home address. Like,
well, in their defense, you got to give an address or something.
But bro.
Well, they're probably thinking nobody's gonna check this address. Because, like, honestly, if you're being honest, if you see a high school, you see the address, how many times are you gonna be like, let me make sure this is a real high school and check the address?
9 times out, I mean, not 9 times out of 10, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't, but like,
I don't think many people would.
But I bet they are for sure now.
Yeah, now the game's changed. ESPN, that'll probably never ever happen. Like, no, there's not a crazier. First of all, I want a documentary on this ASAP. I know they're interviewing people right now. I want a 30 for 30, or I want a Netflix or a Hulu documentary on this, like, tomorrow. Okay, because I want to know. I want them to literally get whoever orchestrated this. Like, I need, there's always the head guy that orchestrates the big. This is basically a heist. It was an operation. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's always that guy that orchestrated all of it. I want them to sit down with this man and I want him to explain how they pull all this shit off for so long. I want to know, because I'm so intrigued with how the hell, not just the national televised game, but they've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years.
It's one of those things. It's just like it's one of those things. It's like you don't want to believe it, but then when it starts to come out, you're just like, okay, bro. Like, there's like how, like when you hear stuff like that, you're just like, no, there's no way they can get away with that or whatever. No, that's a fake story. And then it comes out, you're just like, how does that legitimately happen?
Oh my God, they were terrible. Oh, they were terrible. Bishop Sycamore is an untraditional school with just 5 wins since Johnson flipped the script from COF Academy to its new so it was COF, and then the head coach, Johnson, he changed the name to Bishop Sycamore. The school went 0-6 in 2020. Okay, first of all, they only played 6 games. They were outscored 227 to 42 through the first 2 through the first 2 games. This season, things have been much better. They were outscored 96-0 and head next to Paintsville, Kentucky to face Johnson Central. Oh, they were terrible. They were terrible.
After that first season,
my
I would have gave
gosh.
up. I would have gave up at the first season. I would be like, this is not worth it. This is not worth my time.
Like, it'd have been one thing if the school dissolved and they were like this astounding organization, like
Yeah.
infrastructured high school football. Like, I get it. They want to play. They went undefeated 10 years in a row. And I get that, right? This team was the butt of football, American high school football. Outscored 227 to 42 in two. They're giving up 100 plus points a game in 2 games. Calvin,
What offense they running?
Calvin, I could have been in high school. I could have been half the athlete I was with one arm as the starting captain of the defense. We are not giving up 100 plus points a game in 2 games. We're not.
Coach Boy wouldn't let y'all do
Heritage Middle School could have played high school. We would not have given up 227 points in 2 games. That's a lot. Like, I don't think you understand how many points that is. That's a shit ton of points. Oh my gosh.
You think about it, yeah, it is a shit ton of points.
How do you get away with writing fraudulent checks for 3 years?
I don't know, man.
Wait a minute.
He's a con artist, and he's just good at what he does.
Oh my God. This is so stupid. So in 2018, he took the team to a paintball park in Columbus because he wanted team bonding. They went through 20,000 paintballs in 4 hours. It doesn't say how much that cost, but the same year, the trading facility was 7,700 grand. Not 7,700 grand. Yeah, 7,700,000. And he didn't pay shit. Oh my God, this just gets dumber and dumber. Because he's spending money on like useless. Like, if I'm doing this, we're only getting the necessities: equipment, food, housing. That's the only thing I'm frauding. I'm not gonna fraud some shit on team bonding. No.
Yeah.
Y'all can just hang out in the hotel rooms. That's just more shit to get caught up on. Like, all right, but yeah, all right. We've ranted enough about this, but I had to bring this up because I've literally been balls deep in figuring out what happened. Because we're talking ESPN.
It's funny that the commentators were calling that shit out as the game was going on.
So bad for commentators because like they were a part of it, which is obviously it's not their fault. They just show up to commentate the game. So like I could not imagine being a commentator like, all right, here's the info. They know IMG. So, they probably are familiar with IMG. All right, here's Bishop Sycamore, and they hand him the sheet, and there's like not shit on there. Like, how are we supposed to commentate this game with no information? It's like
he said, looks like number 56 is down, but we don't have a 56 on our roster.
That's literally what he says. Like, we don't have a 56 on our roster that they gave us. But
I bet they took the headset off and just like this. They're like, it's a fake game. This is fake. This is fake. Something going on.
I wish if I had been commentating, it'd have been
you probably would be on that. You probably would be a commentator because you would have called out every bullshit on it.
But I know, but I'm saying that's ratings. Like, people love this shit.
Yeah, facts.
I feel like I'm meant for TV in some
way or fashion.
Yeah, some way, somehow I'm meant for TV or like entertainment. That's why I feel like I have like that's why I like started to get like super into my YouTube channel. Entertainment. But all right, let's move on because I'm tired of talking about it, even though it's so funny. Let me tell you this.
What's good?
So your boy iPad came in today. I've had my iPad for maybe 2 hours, and it's the coolest shit ever.
Give me a little demonstration. Show me where it at.
Hold up, let me pause this real quick. All right. I'm literally obsessed with with my iPad. First of all, it's the newest iPad Pro. It's the 11-inch screen, not the 12.9. And so I remember I showed you my Bluetooth keyboard case. Oh, it's our group message. Okay. Wait. Okay, USTA.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm really obsessed with it, bro. And I just have my school stuff. So like Blackboard, Zoom, all the Google Doc stuff. And that's really it. I'm not using it for anything else.
I got a question.
It's all my docs, all my papers. And you see, that's my notes for my class and stuff. Bro, I love this thing.
I got a question. Is there a way to do split screens for iPads?
I'm glad you asked. Well, let me see, Calvin. First, let me lock the screen. See, check that out. Oh! So I got Google Docs up on the right and the Apple Music on the left. Isn't that awesome?
And like when I said split screen, I meant like you have like your iPad and then have it hooked up to like another monitor. That's what I meant.
Oh, dual screen.
Your dual screen, yeah.
Actually, I think there is. So like they got. Oh, let me close this. So I think they have those like little adapters that you plug into here.
Yeah.
And I think it plugs to an iPad and the adapter ports HDMI. I think if you put the HDMI like I have into my TV screen right here, I think you can either, I don't know if you can dual monitor it, but I know you can have what's on your iPad on here. But if you could do that, you should be able to dual monitor it.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, let me show you what it looks like when it's all set up in the, this is gonna be an awkward angle because there we go. So I got the Bluetooth. So it looks like a laptop.
Oh, that was on your story. That looked like a laptop.
Yeah, that was the iPad. It's because the keyboard's magnetic. So you put it here, and then you can close it.
Sheesh.
So your boy is mobile. So like I got meetings on Thursday. So when we go to Arizona, I'm gonna just bring my iPad, and then I just gotta go to a meeting, which I might email and just be like, "Hey, I'm in Arizona. I'm not gonna make it." But if it's something I need to go to, it's just like an hour, so I can just set it up real quick at the hotel and be in and out.
I mean, if you need to set it up, bro, like just let me know because I can always go do something for an hour.
Oh, speaking of that, I might have figured out our rental problem. You know the app Turo? So there's an app, it's kind of like Uber. So like, you know how like, it's kind of like an Airbnb, but instead of apartment, instead of hotels or whatever, it's cars. You can rent cars from people, but instead of through a rental company, it's through an app. And so I've already been looking on the app in Arizona, and there's a car we can rent. It's a Hyundai
Sinatra.
I don't know if it's a Sinatra, but it's a Hyundai. It's a four-door. It's a sedan. It's only $23 a day.
Boy,
that's what I'm saying. We might do that because then since I get there first, I might get there Uber to book it, get there Uber to his place, just pick it up, and then I'll have the car so like I can pick you up when you come in, and then we're mobile. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of, hey, because when I looked up how much rental cars are going to be from,
that shit hurt your bank account.
$93 a day. That's steep.
Versus 20 something a day.
And I think since I'm 20, you're 25, right? Yeah. So since we're both above 25, there's no young driver fee. So it's 23. I think there's a little bit of taxes and
bro, 23 sounds a whole lot better than 90.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be way cheaper. But there's not like a bunch of like, there's like usually like a bunch of hidden fees. And then when it comes out, it's like way more. It's not like that.
Yeah.
And then the insurance, I think if you do like $7 down, you get full coverage insurance in case something happens. So it's like a no-brainer. I've used it before because I had to put my car in the shop when I was still working at Pizza Hut. I had to get my whole brake system replaced, which took almost a week. or which took no, it didn't take a week. But anyway, I had to borrow a car because I still had to work at Pizza Hut, and I used the app, and I loved it. It was awesome.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Where's wait. Where?
Damn, that definitely just made the trip a whole lot cheaper.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, who this? This dude is a goofball.
On my eye, see, look, I'm telling you, here, you can change the angle of the thing.
Hey, the video quality, the quality look good.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This thing, I'm obsessed. So I've been playing around with it. I got all my apps downloaded, so we good.
You gonna put the PS4 up and just be on the iPad now?
Damn near. Oh, I wonder if I can do. Oh, it's not gonna work. I was gonna see if I can do remote. First of all, that's actually next on my thing, bro. I need you to download Minecraft ASAP.
I'm downloading no Minecraft, fam.
How? It is the funnest game I have ever played, and you're just building shit, man. I love it. It's so much fun.
How long does it take you to build something though?
It depends on what you want to build.
Well,
You can build something that takes 5 minutes to build, or you can build something that takes 5 months to build. It just depends. Literally, the limit to the game is your imagination. If you're super creative minded, you can do all kinds of shit. So if you're super creative, this game is for you. Because I was sketchy just like you. Because I just got Minecraft's been out forever. It's been out forever. And I've seen people on YouTube play it. I've seen like Twitter, like videos, people doing shit on Twitter. But I'm like, Minecraft looks like it's for kids, right? So I was like, I'm not gonna play Minecraft. I'm a grown-ass man. Well, when I was back home in Nashville, your boy got bored. And I saw Minecraft was only $20. So I was like, I'll see the hype. And then Trey plays it. He was like, and one of my buddies, Edie, he plays it, which I didn't know at the time. But Trey plays it. He's like, yeah, man, it's fun. Like he said, I think he has it on PC. But he's like, yeah, it's so much fun. I used to play it all the time. I was like, okay, I'll download. I downloaded the demo to see if it was going to be a good enough game for me to buy. Where I played I stayed up till 3 a.m. playing the demo. I was like, I have to get this game. So I downloaded it because I got the digital version. Bro, my creative juices are flowing, man. I get on it every Friday and Saturday. I'm just on there. I'm building a castle. First of all, did I tell you how big my castle is?
No.
Hold up. Let me pull up. I did the math. Let me pull it up real quick. So I'm building a castle. So it's called the world is called the Golden Kingdom because my castle is in solid gold. Guess how many square feet my castle is? I'll give you 3 guesses. 2 guesses. 3 guesses.
100,000 square feet.
You said what?
100,000 square feet.
No. Higher.
500,000.
Higher. Last guess.
God damn, 1 million?
69.5 million square feet. That's how
you have
big.
too much time on your head.
I don't. I've been playing the game for about 3 weeks, and I just finished the second wall. It's a rectangle. It's almost a square, but the sides are a little bit longer than the front. So like obviously it's a rectangle. So there's a front main entrance is in the front. This is the north wall, right? The sides, and then you have the south wall. The sides are a little bit longer than the width of it. So but it's pretty damn close to a square. Yes, 69.5. I did the math, 69.5 million square feet. It's been 3 weeks. Now, obviously, I don't play on my PS4. Damn, that sounds terrible because PS5's out. But I don't play on my PS4 except for Friday, Saturday. Because I have time during the week, but if I'm playing it, I'm usually not doing something else. But I don't really have time to play during the week. But I just finished the second wall. I still have 2 more walls to go. It's been 3 weeks.
You're going to have to show me that when you get off. You're going to have to take a picture or something because I got to see it.
I'll just FaceTime you. I'm going to FaceTime you from my iPad.
This dude. Oh, my God. Yo, one thing I will say, that Candyman movie, don't waste your time seeing it.
I was about to say, I heard it's trash.
Bro, it was, bro, like,
Doesn't Shane? You don't watch Marvel. The Marvel movie comes out today. I always butcher Shang-Chi, Legends of the
yeah,
Ten Rings. That comes out tonight, right?
I guess so. If it
What is
comes,
that? Is that 91 on Rotten Tomatoes? Is that the highest? Is that the highest Marvel movie rating on Rotten Tomatoes? It is out because Santiago's out here is showing it tonight at 8:15 and stuff. So yeah, it came out either today or yesterday. 91%. That's pretty damn high for a Marvel movie.
usually Rotten Tomatoes be giving bad ratings on good movies.
Bro, what? I used to stop, like, I wouldn't even look at Rotten Tomatoes because some of my favorite movies are like hella low on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And then like some of the movies I think are stupid are like 90 plus. I'm like, there's no way. But I feel like people that rate Rotten Tomatoes, I feel like they're into more classy movies with sophisticated backgrounds. I feel like they're not action-based people, they're not action-based type people. Because I'm actions, that's pretty, I mean, I like, I watch a little bit of other stuff. Like I love Mall Cop, one of my favorites, but like I'm 90, damn near 90 to 95% action. And so when I see an action movie, like I'm like, I can't even, I'm trying to think, like my favorite movie all time is 300. It's not even a Marvel movie, which most people are shocked, but it's 300 because
that's a great movie.
I love that movie. Action is phenomenal. It's the movie's before its time. It should have been done now with the whole CGI, whatever. But anyway,
just the producing, the graphics, like
the storyline, because it's loosely based on the actual fight of the
Persian War.
The Persian War with the Spartan Empire. It's loosely based, they kind of go a little sideways, but it's loosely based how literally the Spartan Empire literally crippled the Persian army to the point where they were able to be overthrown by other countries. Now, obviously, the Spartans lost, but they did so much damage with so little people, it crippled this renowned empire where other countries like, oh shit, we come in and finish, clean up type shit. Mm-hmm. But fantastic movie. Now, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know, 61%. 61%. Now, I could be biased because it's action to the T. Now, if you don't like action, obviously you probably didn't think it's that good.
But it's not even that, dude. It's just the storyline. Like, I think that I like because it's like, well, my thing is too is just like it's based on like things that have happened in like history. So I think that's the reason why.
And then he was
that's the reason why I like the movie.
Yeah, they were fighting for their freedom because they were trying to enslave his people, the king. Mm-hmm. And then instead of a lot of these when you think of a king, a lot of the time you think of a guy that sits on a throne and has other people do shit for him. No. This dude was like, hold my beer.
Who, Xerxes or whatever?
No, I'm talking about King Leonidas, the Spartan king. He was like, you're threatening my people? Bet. He didn't send people. No, he went out himself with 299 other people. It was like, let's go to work. You know what I'm saying? Because the council or whatever, that the council was like, yeah, no, don't wage war. Just accept it. And he was like, you want me to accept them enslaving our people? And they're like, they'll kill us, whatever. He was like, so they were like, and they're like, basically, if he had went out to start a war, I think they were gonna like do something to his kingship, or he wasn't gonna be a king anymore because he was breaking a rule or whatever. So remember, when he was leaving, he was like, I'm not going to start a war. I'm just going out to stretch my legs. I'm just bringing security. That's what he was saying. And he went out to whatever. Then the movie happens. But storylines, fantastic. He's like, my people. Like, this is Sparta. That line is iconic in the movie world. With the kick, the Spartan kick, him down the hall. Fam. The ending's beautiful. I hate that spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it by now, it's been out since 2007. He dies. I hate that he died, but talk about a badass way to go out, man. Throwing that spear. Mm-hmm. All of them, every single one of those Spartans were badasses, bro. to the T, to the bone, bro.
Have you ever like looked into like the Spartan, like how they like were
That's,
raised in there?
that's my Greek mythology and the Spartan Empire are my favorite subjects in history.
It
Hands
is.
down. Hands
Like
down.
literally, dude, they trained those kids at such a
From
young
birth.
age.
From birth, they're warriors.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Crazy. That's why they're the most renowned military empire to have ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. That's why I want to visit. Where I don't know what it's called now. It's not called Sparta anymore. I don't think.
Hold on.
But I want to visit that the area where the Spartan Empire used to exist.
We gonna look this up real quick.
Because I
What
think it's
is
called
it?
is it oh no. It's Sparti. Sparti? Is that okay? It's that some people still call it Sparta, I think. It's in Lucania, Greece. It lies at the site of the ancient Sparta. Yeah, it's just called Sparti. I don't know if I'm saying that right because this sounds American as shit, but yeah, man, that's crazy.
Hold on. That's in.
Yeah, it's in Greece.
Hold on, bro. I'm looking it up right now. Persia Persia is present day Iran right now.
Yeah.
I thought it was in Greece.
Mm-mm. Well, the Persian Empire back then was huge. Like
Huge,
they
yeah.
yeah. So it's not nearly as now it's small, but back then it was shit. Let me see.
It looks like the whole Persian Empire literally takes up the whole Middle Eastern.
Oh yeah, it was humongous. Like they were on a mission.
Sheesh.
But yeah, Spartans were badass.
It's crazy though to think about it. Like back then, obviously they didn't have like telephones or anything to communicate. How do you maintain that such big of an area? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about like the Persian Empire expanding like that?
Yeah, like how do you
Shit ton of people. A shit ton of people and dudes carrying around messages on horses.
Yeah, you might not get that message till 3 days after the shit happened.
Yeah, damn near. That's that they had messenger boards and they literally go send this to King, whatever. Dude got on a horse. 3 days later, he out of breath. Here you go. By the time he writes back, those people could be dead. Shit, it's just like, not that long ago, the main way to communicate with people was just sending the shit through the mails, writing letters. And it, back then, UPS, the U.S. postal system, you're talking about a hot second for you to get that letter, even to this day. Because I had a pen pal for a short period of time, and I mean, it would take. I mean, you're talking in 2021, it take 4 days across the country, or like a good amount. If you send it on Monday, they might get it Thursday or Friday. And on the weekends, they don't count as business days.
Yeah.
Well, now it's crazy because the U.S. postal system is changed where they deliver mail on Sundays now. Yeah, you can look it up. They deliver. They're 7 days a week now because they're being outworked by Amazon. Amazon has started its own mailing system. Like I order shit not even through Amazon, but Amazon is dropping off at the house.
Yeah.
So we got Amazon hub lockers. So like my iPad from Apple, I had to pick it up at the Amazon hub center. Amazon delivered that bitch. No, I take that back. UPS delivered it, but they put it in the Amazon hub locker. But I've gotten a lot of stuff through Amazon that I didn't buy through Amazon. So it's that's crazy, which reminds me, it's like businesses can branch into other businesses. Like, McDonald's biggest market, it's not food industry, right? It's real estate. Because every McDonald's
on almost every corner. There can be 2 McDonald's on the same corner.
And McDonald's owns that land. McDonald's owns more real estate than the Catholic Church. The oldest church in existence. Is that Catholic or Roman? regardless, they're very old church. We're old. They own more real estate than the Catholic Church. Because every McDonald's, that lot that it's on is owned by the McDonald's. And like you said, there's a McDonald's on everywhere.
Every corner.
Everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Bro.
Their business, and not only that, when you buy that real estate, you can write off tax write-offs. They're paying less taxes. Ergo, they keep more of their money. Real estate, man.
Hey, and it's funny that you say that too, because obviously Cool Springs is not a big area, right? Cool Springs is not a big area. Bro, there is 3 McDonald's in that radius of Cool Springs.
Bro, I'm about to go to my maps and just type in McDonald's, see how many are around here.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me count. Okay, count. Just the northwest side of not all of San Antonio, literally just the northwest side. Okay, just northwest side. There are 23 McDonald's.
What's the mile rate? Well, what's the farthest one away from you?
But 7.8 miles.
That's the farthest one from you?
Wait. No, there's one. Wait. The furthest one away is 11 miles.
Bro.
And there's 23.
I got 25, and the farthest one that's away from me is 16 miles.
Bro, they're packed in here tight. Now, thing about Texas is Whataburger might have McDonald's beat in Texas. And oh shit, there's 25 Whataburgers on just the northwest side. The furthest one is kind of far though, because they're not as tightly packed together. But there are more Whataburgers out here, but Whataburger not everywhere. Like there's McDonald's everywhere.
McDonald's is overseas.
Right.
That's wild. Bro, you need to get on this Hard Knocks, dude.
Bro, I'm trying. Where you have no idea how many shows I'm watching right now, man.
Well, I'm trying to see a list.
I mean, I will, but first of all, I'm trying to catch up my animes. There's a season came out, didn't even know about. So I'm back a whole season. There's an anime that's probably will win anime of the year this year called Jujutsu. I can't even say the second word, Kaisen or whatever. It's like the hottest thing out right now. I'm currently watching that. I've binge watched the past 2 days on episode like almost 20. But I don't think there's that many episodes left. And then I was trying to catch up on One Piece. Now, what I'd say about One Piece is it is the longest running anime in the history of the world. It started in the 90s and it's still running. Mm-hmm. So there's almost 1,000 episodes. Your boy's on episode 140. So I got a long ways to go.
Sheesh.
And so Hard Knocks. And then my thing is, like, I watch Hard Knocks, but I'm not really into Hard Knocks.
Really?
Yeah, like
just from you playing football at like the highest level of college, I thought you would like some shit like that. To be
I know
honest.
That's what a lot of people think, but my thing is like I know it's none of it surprises me because I know how cutthroat this shit is. I'm watching like, people watch it like, oh shit, like that's crazy. So I'm like, yeah, it's about right. Like, I'm just like, yep, that's how it, like, people are so shocked. So, but I mean,
I wasn't, like, to be honest, like, I like, I worked on the college, like,
yeah,
program and everything. So, like, I wasn't really too shocked. And plus, like, I knew, like, as you go up each level, like, obviously D3 is going to be at that level. Once you keep on going up, like, the levels of college, like, sports and everything, it gets more intense till you get that high level. Then once you get to the pros, it's just like this is your job. So I'm gonna bust your ass so we
Yeah.
can all win, you know?
How long is the
So,
episode? An hour?
yeah.
That's my biggest problem. Like an hour for one episode, that's tough for me.
But
That's tough.
it's
Like
not
a weekend, I could like I'll pop like I'm gonna eventually watch it because I want to see if the first episode has the right elements. I'll probably finish it, but I only have time to really watch it something that's an hour long on the weekends.
yeah.
Like my animes, they're 22 minutes. I could watch one real quick, and then if I gotta go somewhere, I go somewhere. Or it's one of those shows. I mean, I guess I could pause it, but 22-minute shows is quick, and it just feels different because get capture mode 22 minutes, then we're rolling. An hour for one episode, that's tough. That's why like Netflix shows, it's hard for me to get into because they're an hour or something long.
Yeah. But most of those are like Netflix like originals and all that.
Yeah, but I mean,
Any
because
like
I
HBO,
hate pausing.
Netflix or Hulu like original, like it's
Yeah,
gonna
the problem is I hate pausing in the middle of the episode. Like I want to sit down, watch a whole episode,
without
and then
any
when that's over, then I'll stop it if I need to go do something. So I hate pausing in the middle of the episode. So when they're an hour and a half, like Game of Thrones, that was tough for me. But I loved it, so I took the L with pause when I needed to. But then again, I wasn't as busy, so I mean, I binge watched 8 years of Game of Thrones in like a month, so I was on that shit.
That's fucking ridiculous.
The timing was perfect because it's when I had the most free time possible. Because it was after my senior season, so I was training for pro day, and I was in grad school, but I didn't have football practice, I didn't have meetings. We were literally just training for pro day. So I mean, my afternoons were like Scott ass empty. When you go from meetings for hours, practice, more meetings, then you got rehab and then training, workouts. When you go from that to just, all right, we're going to come in for about an hour and a half and then you're done, it's like you have all the free time, like all the free time in the world. So I was like, I don't even know what to do with this extra free time. So you know what I did? Game of Thrones.
Sheesh. But yeah, Candyman, don't go see that shit. Don't waste your $20, bro.
I'm
Don't
trying to decide if I want to go to the theaters to see Shang.
You might want to go just for the experience, bro.
Well, I'm gonna go because it's cheaper because it's $30 on Disney Plus.
It's third, huh?
It's $30 on Disney Plus. Disney's not like HBO. HBO, the membership is paying for the movie, so they don't charge you the extra. Disney Plus, not only are you paying a monthly membership, but then you have to pay more than a movie ticket price to watch the movie. Now, what they do is they'll have it on and then they take it off and then they put it back on for free.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking that doesn't happen until months after it's been out. And I can't go that long without the movie getting spoiled. So I might take the L and buy that $11 ticket. Well, I go to movies, I don't get concessions. So it's just going to be $11 straight up.
I feel you go on that Tuesday little discount, AMC.
Well, I got to figure out when Santigos has their discount, but I think they do. And yeah, I got to go in the middle of the day when nobody's going to be up there. Or I go to the very first showing on Saturday, which is the, I think 11 a.m. is the earliest. But what I'm going to do is though, I'm going to wait, not this weekend. So this is the first weekend it came out. I'm going to wait that next weekend. So everybody that really wants to see it has seen it. And when I go, the theater is probably going to be empty. I can't stand other people at a theater. Because you get those assholes that like talk during the movie or some shit, or like they're talking to the screen. I'm like, shut up. And then you get those people, the phone goes off, and then it takes you out of being submerged. And then you got people that are like choking in the background on the popcorn, or people eating the loudest chips and candy possible. Or you got those people like in the middle of the movie, they start clapping. I'm like, what is going on? That is why I spent almost $1,000 to create a home theater room in my house for that reason alone. Okay, I'm gonna figure out the tomato meter. what? Oh, Thor, The Dark World has the worst rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And The Incredible Hulk from 2008, my second favorite movie of all time, 67. The first Avengers Age of Ultron, 76, which is up there, damn near my top 5. Captain America has a 79. That's about right. Black Widow's 80. Endgame or Infinity War's at 85. Think about this. Oh, shit, you haven't seen any of these, huh? You're so lame.
Shit. Guess I am.
Oh, Black Panther is the highest rated Marvel movie. Interesting.
What is your favorite Marvel movie?
Bro, that is so tough. My favorite's The Incredible Hulk, the 2008 one. Because
is that the best action one in your opinion?
Oh, by far. Bro, it's literally him fight. You know, he's angry. It's him angry the whole movie, not the whole movie, because it's kind of an origin story, but not really. Because it was a remake, so they didn't go too in depth with he already has his powers in the movie. So he's not the Hulk the entire time, but when he turns to the Hulk, my man, it's all out. And then he fights Abomination, which is another form of the Hulk. So it's two Hulks fighting against each other. You're talking about action heavy. It's my favorite in terms of action, but it's just straight brawling. Now, my favorite movie in terms of plot is I want to say either Infinity War or Age of Ultron. The first Avengers and then Age of Ultron are like really, really close to each other on my list of movies. Like they kind of go back and forth. It really depends on which one I watched the most recent. Because Age of Ultron's my favorite villain in Marvel because he's a very profound thinker. He kind of has like this philosophy type way of thinking, even though he's a robot. He's artificial intelligence. But he's like, you got to watch it. Like the way he talks is like super profound. But then the first Avengers where they all just get together is just awesome because at first you're like, oh, this is not going to work. It's going to be a ragtag team of just people that don't get along. But because the world's going to shit, they figure it out. And it's kind of cool how they come together. Yeah, probably those two. There's a lot of good movies. Honestly, besides the first two Thors, all of them are pretty solid. The first two Thors suck to me. I don't like the first two Thors at all. But besides those two movies, they're pretty good. I'll watch any except for I don't like Endgame. I don't like Endgame because I have biased reasons. Because Endgame, the Hulk was an absolute hoe in Endgame, so I just didn't like it. Besides those three, out of 24 movies, they only missed on 3. I'll give them 2.5. They missed on 2.5. That's a pretty good percentage. Pretty good percentage.
I need to.
Yeah, you need to start.
Yeah.
All you gotta do, you just gotta get to that Incredible Hulk, bro. The problem is the Incredible Hulk is not in the Disney Plus.
Say that. Say it again.
The Incredible Hulk movie is not a part of the Disney Plus bundle. So do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah.
So you can't watch on Disney Plus because it's not on there for some reason. Because technically, I think it was made before the MCU was official because it was a remake before the whole MCU thing. Because technically, the first Iron Man is the official first MCU movie. But they kind of just threw it in there since it was already made, and they weren't going to make another Hulk because the way his character is set up, it's kind of hard to make an antagonist for the Hulk because it has to be another Hulk. And the first one they did in 2003 had one version of the Hulk, like Old Man Hulk or whatever, and then the remake had Abomination. So now they're like kind of out of Hulks. They could use the Red Hulk, but at this point it's too late. He's already well established, so there's no point to. But if you can get to that one from there on, you won't need motivation. Like you'll be invested. You'll be like wanting to watch more. That first Iron Man, oh, cold, bro.
That what's it called? That Captain America movie that I watched down there wasn't too bad.
Was it the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we're gonna watch them in oh yeah, you gotta watch them in a chronological order,
Yeah.
not cinematic order. Yeah. So Captain America, then it's Captain America, then it's Captain Marvel, then it's Hulk or Iron Man 1, Hulk 4. The crazy part is the Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man movie, all that happens in one week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so but the whole Marvel plot is so complex. The Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor, the first Thor, first Iron Man, and the Hulk movie, they all happen within a week of each other. So a lot of times they all happen at the same time. Because there's one part of the Hulk where they're like, oh, they'll see like on the news, there's a storm going on in a different part of the country. That storm was Thor's storm.
Mm-hmm.
It was caused by Thor. Because in that movie, there's a storm that was created because of Thor, yada yada yada. So like all of this shit was happening at the same time, but they made 3 different movies that happened in the same week. It's crazy.
Sheesh.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
Moving on to my next topic. What's it called? That Drake album drops tonight, don't it? At 11.
Yeah. But my question is for you. Did you listen to that Kanye album?
No.
I
was going to, and I did some more digging, and I heard that so much more trash shit about it. I was like,
See, bro, like I knew it was probably gonna be like that.
Have you listened to it?
No, like he had a album release party, a listening party to listen to the album,
right?
But didn't have the album ready. So in my eyes, I'm just like, you had an album release party. Album's probably gonna be shit. Like
I thought it was private though.
What, the listening party?
Yeah, I believe.
No, he had it at the stadium.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a stadium.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure he had a listening party at like the Atlanta Stadium where everybody was there. Like, I'm not. Hold on, we gonna
wait. I thought I could have sworn he had it. He was supposed to have one at the stadium, but it didn't happen, or he didn't. Or like he didn't play the album or some shit like that. Might have to do some Googling.
Yeah, he had a listening party at the what's it called? Oh no, we looking this up.
Oh yeah, it says he had another listening party. Oh, he showed up. He was 2 hours late. That's what it was. I knew there was something with his listening party. 40,000 fans. I gotta listen to it because
a listening party and show up late.
I gotta listen to it because I gotta listen to it, but I gotta make sure I listen to it like unbiasedly. Because what I hate about like whenever a movie I don't really know about or like an album or some shit drops, I go out asking people's like opinions about it. And if everybody I'm talking to is like, oh, it's trash or this is that, it's trash, it's trash, it's trash. When I go in to listen to it, I'm already expecting it to be trash. So I start critiquing it harder than I really should. So I gotta make sure I listen to it like even ground. Because I'm already not really a Kanye West fan. So that's even harder. Uh, I don't
I
know.
just don't do, and plus, like Kanye's music isn't that good to me anymore.
Oh, it hadn't been that good to me for years.
It's just not the old Kanye, like Graduation, Homecoming, like
Through the
some
wire, bro. Fire.
dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like it seems, and I've been saying this for a long time, bro. After his mom died, you can see in his music, you can see by the cover art and everything that this dude literally has gone crazy. Like you see in
But
his
bro,
music.
people love it though.
I don't know how though.
You got to
Like
give it to him. He's giving the people what they want. I don't
he,
know if I don't know if people are listening to it because he's Kanye or because it's good. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a
I think,
difference.
dude, to be honest, I think it's a little mixture of both. Because it's Kanye, because he has that crazy ass like mindset that he has. But then he makes,
He's undeniable.
yeah.
Like he
But then
stand by what
he
whatever.
makes like very unorthodox music. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's still rap, but it's like almost
It's not normal.
huh?
It's not normal hip hop.
It's like alternative rap kind of in a way.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, I can listen to that like any day, but it's just what he's putting out is just like it's not catching my ear like that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I
saying?
don't. Yeah, because like I'm huge Young Thug fan, right? But when I listen to Young Thug shit, I'm not gonna like it just because it's Young Thug. I critique hard because if I'm a fan, I expect greatness. If it's not greatness, I'm gonna say it's not greatness. Like people hate me for this. What was so much fun?
That was a good album.
I didn't like that album.
That was a good album, bro.
I didn't like that album. Now, granted, I'm a
Is
little
it just
different.
is it because his that album was more like up tempo beats, like kind of like club bangers, basically? Is that why? Or
Not really, because all his slime seasons 1, 2, and 3, same thing. But I just didn't like it. But like, I'm not the type of guy to be like, oh, it's fire just because it's young. You know, a lot of people just because it's Young Thug, just because it's Kanye, and they like Kanye or whatever, they're gonna like anything he puts out. Oh, I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna like anything you put out just because you put it out. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell people I don't like. People that know me know I'm a huge Young Thug fan. I do not like So Much Fun. Now, as an album, don't get me wrong, there's songs on there that slap, like Just How It Is. That's my favorite song on there now. I'll get down to Just How It Is. Ooh, Diamonds Peekaboo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that song go crazy. Or London, Meet Me at the London. Obviously that hit the radio early, but London, love it. Like there's some songs in there that I like. But
as overall,
the overall, I don't like it because I'm the type of guy when I like an artist, I compare everything they drop to their best work. Anytime Drake drops something, I'm comparing it to Take Care or Nothing Was the Same.
bro, he's not making the Take Care. He's not going to be on that level.
I know, I get that. I
feel like he can never touch that again.
Well, we said he could make another Take Care, but Nothing Was the Same came right after that. You got to remember they dropped back to back. So it was like, now there's arguments on which is better. I personally like Nothing Was the Same a little bit. They're both, I think, his best work. I think Nothing Was the Same is a little bit better. But you got to think Take Care came first, then Nothing Was the Same. So he hit the mark twice.
You sure about that?
So it's possible. I know for an absolute fact. So it's possible that he can do that again because he's proved it with Nothing Was the Same. But so
we don't fact check you right now, Finis. We
go ahead.
See if you came what's
that one album where Chicago Freestyle's on there? It's him with the shiitake or whatever it's called. What's the thing?
Dang, he is right. It did came right after.
Yes, man. Come on now. I'm a Drake fan.
It did come right after. Because I thought if you're reading this, it's too late was in the middle between that, but that was right after Nothing.
No, never. I know for a fact because I remember because Take Care is my favorite album, and then when Nothing Was the Same dropped, that was my I remember it because I switched. Like I was like, oh, Take Care is the shit. And Drake came out and I was like, oh, snap, coming to that. And when I listened to that, I was like, oh my God, this is just as good. I remember that feeling, so I knew they were back to back. So I'm always comparing. So what's the album he came out with that I did not? Yes, Scorpio. I'm not a fan of Scorpio because I'm comparing it.
I don't like that he made it half R&B, other rap, like in the other half was rap. I don't like that.
I thought it was gonna be at first I thought it was gonna be great, but then I was like, yeah, this is doing too much. But you see what I'm saying? I'm comparing. So when Young Thug drops album, I'm comparing now. When it comes to Young Thug fan, I'm different because my favorite Young Thug album is Beautiful Thugger Girls. Beautiful Thugger Girls, what people don't know is Beautiful Thugger Girls was Young Thug's take on country music. So it's technically a country album, but it's Young Thug, so it's hip hop. But it was his take on country. Like if you listen to Family Don't Matter, that's country through and through. It just got some bass lines, some snares in there. But I love that album because it's different. But like you say, I've got that R&B in me. There's a lot of R&B touch to it, kind of. Like Family Don't Matter. There's a part in there where I forget the chick's name. She hitting them notes, like she's singing. She Wanna Party is kind of a slower song. But then you got
I'm looking it up right now, bro.
I'm drawing a blank. Bro, Beautiful Thugger Girls.
Daddy's Birthday.
Hold on. Daddy's Birthday. Take Care.
You said.
Bro, first of all, You Said's my favorite song on there. And if you look up the lyrics, it is the freakiest shit.
Yeah.
It's dummy freaky. Do You Love Me? Daddy's Birthday. Relationship with Future. Feel It. Take. Have you listened to Take Care on that album?
The album?
No, Take Care on Young Thug's Beautiful Thug Girls. It's probably my second favorite song. Bro, Take Care go hard. He's talking about, you got me stopping at the green light. I was like, okay, go ahead, Thug. And then for y'all, bro, this is my favorite album. And then Riri's good. So like I'm comparing it to his top-notch stuff. So when I hear Kanye's bullshit, I'm comparing it to Dropout or College Dropout and those albums that I thought were his best work. You can't tell me he has a better song than, bro. It's just not it. But I'm gonna still listen. I'm renting. I'm gonna still listen, man. As soon as you download Minecraft, you might as well, bro. It's $20. It takes up no space.
You know who you need to listen to?
Who?
It's Tusi.
Tusi.
You never heard of him?
You talking about the dancer that got famous on dancing?
No, bro. This is a rapper.
Nah, fam.
But he be singing though.
I'm a hard pass. You send me his best song and I'll listen to it.
Well, obviously the best song I'm gonna send you, in my opinion, you're probably not gonna like.
Well, you send me his best song you think
I'll send the most viewed song.
Don't do that.
Why?
Because just because it's the most viewed doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. You know me, just because people like it don't mean I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna be the first one to disagree with some shit. If I don't agree, I'm that type of guy to go along with the shit just because I don't want to be that guy. I be trying to be the guy. For sure. So let's go do it. Yeah, no, I'll catch y'all later. I'll be that guy. I've done it so many times. People are like, oh, bro, I was somewhere. And I don't remember where I was. I think I was at a pregame. And this is in college, undergrad. I'm still in college. I'm at a pregame. So you know me. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do shit. Right? So, but in college, I was always the DD. So what I would do is I'd go to the pre-games. I'd drive my friends to pre-games. I'd hang out at the pre-game, see people, my friends outside of football. And then I'd drop people off downtown and my ass, I'm going home. Okay. And so I'm at a pregame, and you know how some people get to the pregames and they drink a little too much, and the pregame turns like
show up pregame to the pregame.
Yeah, and the pregame ends up turning into a kickback because people are too drunk to go out, right? You know how turns to that. And so I was having a good time. I was playing like water pong or whatever. They had like food, so I wouldn't complain. I was just eating shit, and I was just playing water pong. I was just chilling. Okay, I'm a homebody. We at somebody's house, and I know the person really well. So I'm like, I'm just hanging with friends at this point. Bro, it's like it's almost midnight, or it's like past midnight, and some chick wants to go out to somewhere. I'm like, it's midnight. I'm kind of like a grandpa. Yeah. Like, it's midnight. So I know, like, okay, if you want to go to the bars, they close in an hour. By the time we get there, you get in, you got 30 minutes or some shit before they start kicking people out. So in my head, I'm like, logically, this don't make no sense. But she was like, oh, and it's a bunch of us there. And, if we go somewhere, I'm the one driving. And maybe like a few other people, I'm going to be the one driving. Bro, she's talking about she's trying to make this elaborate plan to go do this shit. And then after that, when the bars close, she wants to go here because they stay open till like 4 a.m. I was like, excuse me? No.
She tripping.
And everybody's like, oh, yeah. I was like, Fire, you come with it? I was like, no. No. No, I'm going home. I was like, I'm going. I was like, why not? You never go out. It's like, you got me fucked up.
For real.
I have no interest. Well, for people that don't know me, this is episode 54. We're 54 episodes in. And for people that don't know me that well, I have crippling social anxiety. And so people are always like, social anxiety, you play football in the SEC, like you played. No. I don't have problems with being in front of people. I don't have stage fright. I don't like being in crowds. I get so much bad anxiety. Like if we were to go out at a bar and it's ass to balls tight in the bar, I might seem cool on the outside. I am freaking the fuck out on the inside, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't have like germophobia. Like I don't have problems with like being around people. I don't have problems like germs or none of that. It's just being in a crowd freaks me the fuck out. Being around a lot of people freaks me the fuck out. Like when we if we would go out downtown Nashville, we're just walking down the sidewalks. I'm surroundings fully aware 100%. I'm looking everywhere. I'm taking note of who's coming in and out of doors. I'm taking note of who's behind us. If people have been following us for hellas, I am constantly checking my surroundings whenever I'm in a bunch of people. And I think it has a lot to do with like I've seen like crowd shootings or like people being somewhere, something happens and you're in a crowd. When you're in a crowd, there's not shit you can do. People get trampled. You fall, you get trampled to death by people. Or if you're trying to, if you're in a crowd, ain't shit you can do but go with the crowd.
Yeah.
And if I'm going with the crowd, and let's say me and you were together, and I end up getting taken with the crowd, you're going this way. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose Calvin. Then I'm freaking out. I'm like, did something happen to him? But like all this, like that, I think that's what the anxiety comes from, is that I'm gonna be in a big ass crowd, something's gonna pop off, and I can't go where I want to go.
Yeah.
I think that's where it stems from. So anytime anybody suggests going out to somewhere that's gonna be crowded, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm going home, like for real.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I obviously like I haven't gone out like since COVID and everything, like actually like to like Nashville or anything like that. But first thing, I just don't like spending money like that no more.
Yeah, that's
and I don't. I don't drink. I will sip a beer or whatever it gets like, but I'm not drinking like I used to in college. Like, there's no way my insides can keep up with that shit no more. Third thing, I just don't like being in situations where there's a shit ton of drunk people. Once people get drunk and everything, they start like getting sloppy, start bumping into you and stuff.
Anything goes.
I can't do that. And plus, somebody sloppy drunk bumps into me. Oh, what the fuck's up, bro?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and then
anything goes.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm just like, and I'm sitting up there. I'm like, I'm not even on that dude's level. It's just like, all right, bro, like,
And then what drunk people is, you don't know if they're the friendly, like, the people that bump you, oh, dude, my bad, I'm sorry, the friendly drunk. And then you got the douchebag drunks, like, watch where you're going. And it's like, hold the fuck up now. Like,
yeah,
you're not going to talk to me like that. So you don't know.
It's like that, man. It's just I've been out too many times and seen like somebody just sloppy bump into somebody and it just starts an argument, or potentially a fight
yeah,
outside, and I'm just like, man, like if I'm gonna go out, I'm not trying to go out and get into a fight. I'm going out to purely just have fun with whoever
yeah,
I'm with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But like that's just the bullshit that come with it, bro.
yeah.
So,
And not to don't get me wrong, I still like doing like I'll go bowling, you know what I'm saying? I'll go to like a Dave and Buster's,
but it's just the
or
bar scene is
it's just because bars, you're in a confined space. Like the bars, they're not like super open. You're in a box with shit to people.
especially in college towns.
Yeah, or like I'll go skating, bowling, movies, stuff like that. But you're talking about going to a 2,000 square foot bar with hundreds of people packed. No, man, no. And then I'm gonna fuck up my shoes for that? No.
Nah.
No. And if I do go, and the few times, I mean, I have been out, but the few times I go, my back's against the wall. Like I'm standing up and like my back's against the wall and I have everybody in front of me. I don't play like people come behind me. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Especially like around people I don't know. Because as humans, we're here. You can only really clearly see here, and everything here you can kind of see, but it's not well focused.
Mhm.
Behind us, vulnerable. No. The most vulnerable spot in the human body is right behind us. I don't know what the fuck's going on back there. I got an idea what's back there, but if I'm out somewhere I'm not familiar with people I don't know what the fuck's going on back there. No, fam. I have my back against the wall, and I'm just standing there. I'll talk to people if I do go somewhere, or if I end up somewhere where it's crowded, and I like start getting my anxiety, whatever. And if I put my back against the wall, I feel a little bit better. Like I'll be okay if I have a wall to my back against, and then I'll talk to somebody else. I'll feel a lot better talk. If I'm in the middle of it, I'm not saying a word. Mm-hmm. If you try to have a conversation with me, I'm like not even there. I'm like, shit. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. But my back's against the wall, I can at least be like, I know what's behind me, so we can talk. Type, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Woo! This man, wow.
Man, that's are we ready for these lunch tables, or you got something to?
Bro. I don't know what happened to my list. My list is dissolved, dog.
I just got two things I was thinking of earlier today. Well, I basically answered mine earlier. What's your favorite movie of all time, and your favorite TV show of all time?
My favorite movie of all time?
Yeah, as I said, mine was 300 and like The Incredible Hulk.
Training Day.
Okay, hey, Training Day. Okay, yeah, I like
bro.
that.
That's and you know what? I think that was the movie that put me on to Denzel. Just like anytime Denzel's in a movie, I'm just like, okay, I gotta watch it. I gotta see what it's talking about.
Was that the movie that put? Yeah, I think that was the movie that put me on him too. Yeah,
I mean, dude, just like the plot of it is so basic, but it's just the reality of like that shit happening. Like it happens all the time.
Cricket Cobbler, they're everywhere.
But I feel like it was just the way they went about it and everything, like the storyline of it. The storyline is. You say what?
The execution of it.
The execution of it, and then it's just like, if you really look at it, it's kind of just like a basic storyline. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the way how they like did it.
Yeah.
Favorite TV show. Oh man, that's a hard one. Are we going from like
don't matter
now or like as a kid?
Don't matter. Either or.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna give you two answers. I can focus on Tom and Jerry any day.
That's your favorite TV show of all time?
Tom and Jerry or the Boondocks. Those two.
I'll give you Boondocks. Tom and Jerry?
Bro, I don't know why, bro.
It's a good show, but all time?
All time, bro. It's up there.
I get my top three. House MD, Dr. Gregory House, CSI Miami, Horatio Kane, and South Park.
I knew South Park was going to be up there.
Yeah, South Park and Family Guy, they flip-flop. It used to be Family Guy at number 3, but now it's South Park because the newest season of South Park is freaking hilarious.
What would be my other TV show that I would?
Bro, you haven't seen House?
No, I've seen House. I've seen House.
Bro, it's
We
so
talked about
good.
this all the time, bro. Brandy showed us it in class.
That's right. It's
Come on now,
bro. You know, it's funny. So, back home, I was watching it all day when you guys were at work. Because I finished my work in a few hours, and I'd just be sitting around all day. So I was watching House because I found the channel that plays it all day. It starts at noon and it plays House all the way to 6 p.m. So for 6 hours, I'm watching straight House. It's like an hour an episode. So it's really only 6 episodes. But I came home, I found the channel that airs House all day. So literally when I'm doing work or like I said, I was in that meeting earlier with my TV on, it was House because I found the channel. So right at noon every day, I turn it on and I just leave it running all day. Cause kind of have it in the background. So if I'm doing stuff, because I've seen every episode. So, it's kind of one of my comfort shows now. So I just have it on the background. So whenever I'm eating, I'm watching it. And then when I'm doing stuff, I hear it in the background, but I just have it on all day.
You know what I'll say? Another TV show.
What?
It's not on air anymore, but they're coming out with a movie here very soon, which I'm going to go see. Jackass.
Oh, Jackass? Nah.
Bro, that shit used to be funny as hell to me. Still is, to be honest.
I mean, it was funny, but I don't know if I would say it's like my favorite show of all time.
Bro, you know how I am, bro. I'm kind of childish, so I like
you. I have action figures hanging up in my living room. Talk about childish.
But them shits go for money though.
Yeah, but I don't mean shit. You see my guest room. Talk about child. I have posters.
That's not childish, bro. That's just what you like.
Yeah, but
that's just what you're into. Jackass is stupid. That's just stupid stuff. That's just
I get that, but the vast majority of Americans would probably say it's childish. They call them toys. I mean, haters gonna hate. Like you said, I don't give a shit. They call it whatever they want.
Until you have them bitches for like 10 years and see the value on it, then they go, oh yeah, those are real toys, huh? Toys don't cost $500.
I mean, shit, if you want to get technical, fuck, a damn car could be considered a toy, but whatever. But yeah, man, that's all I got.
That's all I got until next week. I got to come up with some. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start asking people my work. What are some good questions? I'm gonna start taking some polls from some other people.
Dude, put it on. I might put one on the. Well, I don't have. We do not have. we do not have a lot of followers on the podcast Instagram, but I might do a poll on my Instagram. Speaking of that, bro, when we get Kane on the podcast?
I don't know. I got to reach out to him.
Yeah, let's get that going because I think I'm about to start ramping up my. So I got two different seasons or 2 different shows from my Ivy Talks. I got the Garden 615 and I have the Ivy Talks, which is more like educational talks. So we talk about like financial literacy or like whoever I get on, we talk about whatever they want to talk about, but it's more of like, it's kind of a little more formal, even though it's still like not very informal, but it's more of like from an educational, like kind of like motivational. I'm trying to get that going back up by just getting different guests on there. Different guests, bro. Let's do one. Me and you do one.
Just put a date on it and what the topic is.
All right, bet. We have an Ivy Talks, and then we'll do the Guards and 65 would still be separate.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
I'm always down to give a little educational stuff, just from my perspective and all that. Even though people might be able
to get a handful of stuff. Because I kind of want you to talk about your job placement stuff. And for people that are trying to get into, from you giving advice to somebody that might be a customer of yours, that wants advice in getting placed. And I also want to talk on like you giving advice from athletic standpoint of your experiences with being a GA at a UT Chat and basketball. So that could be 2 different episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
I only got like 7 episodes of Ivy Talks. I need to.
Well, you know what? We're going to run that shit up then. So.
All right, bet. People, if y'all want to meet up with us in Phoenix, we're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be there November 10th at 8:30 p. 8:30 a.m. Meet me
He
out
said
there.
PM.
Follow me on Instagram. Hit me up. I'm getting a tat out there. So if you guys want to get a tat with me, hit me up. Me and Calvin getting yats. We're gonna get matching yats.
No. Finis is getting tatted.
No, we're getting matching tats. I'm gonna make me, you, and Mitch all get a matching Guardian 615 tattoo.
All right, you tweaking.
We're gonna get it on our ass cheeks. Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Nah.
But no, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We gotta figure out. I'm so serious about this trip. I'm gonna make a Google Doc and share with you. We're gonna have a whole itinerary, bro.
I'm telling you, one of the girls that I work with went out there. She went out to Scottsdale. She said Scottsdale is like 30 minutes away. She said it's like a Desert Franklin is how she described it. So
wait, what area? We can talk about this off air.
Yeah.
But y'all heard it here. Guardian 615. We appreciate y'all. We out.
Even if I touch a meal and do it through the pain, I don't need the pain. And life gon' get me down, but it won't break my will. Cause I've been chasing this so long, I can't give up. I won't give in, been through too much. I done prayed for the money, I done prayed for the fame. I done prayed that I will make a sacrifice and play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed